Your phone vibrates against your thigh, a phantom limb, a nervous twitch. It's 3 a.m., then it's 7 a.m., but the clock doesn't matter because you never truly disconnected. The blue light from the screen has bled into your retinas, staining your dreams with unread emails and the filtered lives of strangers. You are awake, but you aren't conscious. You are just online. Your brain feels like an overheated processor in a room with no ventilation. It's the sound of a cooling fan screaming at max speed, trying to keep a system from crashing that was never meant to run this many programs at once. You are a fraying wire in a city of steel and glass. You feel thin, stretched, transparent. You are the burnout generation. But they don't tell you that burning out means leaving a pile of ash where your soul used to be. The city is a sandpaper factory. Every interaction, every ping, every forced smile at the office is another grain of grit, wearing you down. You are raw. Your nerves are exposed like copper wiring in a stripped building. You aren't living your life. You are just buffering, waiting for a signal that never reaches full strength. This is the glitch. The modern rot. You are a piece of high-end tech with a cracked screen and a battery at 1%, desperate for a power source that isn't another stimulant. Look at yourself through the lens of the pavement. You've become like a piece of structural timber, forgotten on a massive construction site. You're hidden under piles of rebar and bags of dry cement. You've been stepped on by heavy work boots, soaked by the acidic rain of corporate expectations, and weathered by the exhaust fumes of 1,000 useless conversations. You're jagged. There are splinters in your personality, now defense mechanisms you've built to keep people at a distance. You're dry, brittle, and hollowed out by the constant whir of the world. The grain of your original purpose, that thing you used to love before you had to monetize your hobbies, is buried under layers of gray dust and city grime. You've lost your texture. You've become part of the concrete, anonymous, hard, gold. You think the hardness is strength. You're wrong. The hardness is just the precursor to the snap. You're waiting for the one deadline, the one breakup, or the one failure that will finally break your spine. You feel it every morning when you hit snooze. That crack in the back of your mind. You are raw wood in a world that only wants to use you for fuel. The net in the atmosphere shifts. It doesn't happen in a cathedral or a mountaintop. It happens in the most mundane, crowded corner of your chaos. Maybe it's a quiet guy on the subway who isn't looking at a screen. Maybe it's the person behind the counter who actually looks at you. For 3 seconds too long. This is the Undercover Artisan. He's the mechanic of souls. He doesn't carry a toolbox. He carries a presence. He operates in the hidden frequency. He sees the unfinished mess of your week, the tangled wires of your anxiety, and the splintered edges of your ego. He doesn't offer a self-help hack or a 5-step productivity plan. He simply pulls you into his space. It's a mental workbench set up in the middle of a traffic jam. He takes the heavy, knotted timber of your life and places it on the scarred oak of his table. He doesn't judge the rot. He doesn't complain about the splinters. With a hand that feels like it's been through the fire itself, he picks up a tool. Not a hammer to break you, but a plane to refine you. He starts to work. Shh. He strips away the user agreement you signed with the world. Shh. He peels back the layers of your digital mask. Every stroke is precise. He isn't adding anything to you. He is removing the noise. He is finding the fiber. He works in the rhythm of a heartbeat, slow and steady, ignoring the sirens and the screaming headlines outside the window. He is organizing your chaos by reminding you that you aren't a machine. You are a masterpiece in mid-repair. The process is brutal and beautiful. The artisan's blade meets your resistance. He hits a knot, A trauma from 3 years ago. A fear of being irrelevant. A deep-seated insecurity that you've tried to varnish over with expensive clothes. And a hustle mindset. The artisan doesn't skip it. He slows down. He pours a drop of oil, not the synthetic stuff, but the ancient oil of grace onto the sore spot. He rubs it in with his thumb, the heat of his hand softening the tension in your grain. He spends time there. He knows that the most beautiful part of the wood is often the most scarred. The sawdust begins to fall. In the light of the flickering neon sign outside, the dust looks like gold. These are your worries, your to-do lists, your what-ifs. He turns them into something weightless. He blows them away with a single breath. The room doesn't get quieter, but the silence inside you becomes a roar. It drowns out the city. You realize that you don't need to fix the world. You just need to let the artisan fix you. He's reorganizing your internal architecture. He's taking the chaos of your scattered thoughts and aligning them with the grain of eternity. He's teaching you the geometry of peace. It's not about having no problems. It's about having a center that doesn't buckle under the weight of the steel. The work on the bench is almost done. The wood, your soul, is no longer gray and weathered. It's dark, rich, and reflective. It has a sheen that doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from the friction of the process. The artisan puts down the tool. He runs his palm over the surface, checking for any remaining snags. You feel that touch. It's the first time you've felt solid in years. You aren't a glitch anymore. You are a finished component, ready to be installed into something bigger than your own survival. He shows you the grain. You see the patterns now. The chaos of your life wasn't random. It was a design you couldn't see because you were too close to the blade. Every cut had a purpose. Every period of waiting was just the wood seasoning, getting ready for the master's hand. The mechanic doesn't give you a map for the rest of your life. He gives you a stillness. He gives you a frequency that you can tune back into when the noise starts again. He hands you back your life. But it's heavier now, not with burden, but with substance. You have weight. You have fiber. You have a soul that can withstand the sandpaper of the world. The subway doors hiss open. The traffic light turns green. The phone screen lights up with another notification. But you are different. You step out into the sandpaper city. But you aren't raw anymore. You are polished. You are sealed. You've spent time at the workbench, and the artisan's silence is now your shield. This is the secret. You don't need a vacation. You need a recalibration. You don't need more content. You need more Selah. Stop. Right where you are. In the middle of the sidewalk, in the office chair, in the dark of your room. Disconnect the wire. Feel the weight of your own breath. The ruach. The ancient wind that the artisan blew into the dust. Let the noise of the world pass through you, without catching on your edges. You are organized. You are restored. You are the stillness in the center of the storm. Breathe. Pause. Recalibrate. Selah.